Welcome to Toffee TV. It is a starting 11 show. Everton versus Manchester United, and there's some really good news on the injury front that's going to help shape this team. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Listen, Jordan Pickford's in goal. That's already been confirmed. So I can't really go against that. Although I do find it a little bit strange that it's not strange that he's back, but I do find it a little bit strange that last week Carlo Ancelotti basically guaranteed that he would be back after Robin Olsen had put in, a very professional performance in his first game, in his debut for Everton. But I don't know whether that was just something to say to the media. Listen, you have caused all this, and you wanted to highlight the fact, or I don't know. But Jordan Pickford will be back in goal, so he is going to start in goal for me. At right back, Seamus Coleman is fit, and that means he plays. There is nobody anywhere near his level in this squad to play right back at the moment. He's a hugely important member of our team. Certainly with James Rodriguez playing in front of him, playing in a 4-3-3. So he starts without doubt. I just hope that, he is absolutely fully fit, because obviously in the last couple of games we've seen him go off, maybe when he hasn't been right. So hopefully he's 100% fit. It's I suppose it's a little bit of a gamble, because if he'd missed this game, then maybe he could have pulled out for the Ireland games and then come back fully fit following international duty. But he obviously wants to be part of international duty as well, and that's up to him, isn't it? But he'd 100% start to me, so that's all that matters. On the other side, Luca Dean is back from suspension. That is brilliant as well. Nars and Kunku come in last week. They're okay, but just wasn't anywhere near the level of Luca Dean, who is obviously a top player. Centre backs, Michael Keane, definitely 100%, no issue about that. Now this is where I'm a little bit torn, because Mason Holgate is fit, he's back. Branthwaite, fit, back. Ben Godfrey, I think, is fit as well. Yerry Mina's form hasn't been brilliant. And whether it has or whether it hasn't, we need some pace in that back line. But the question is, do you bring in someone like Mason Holgate, who's been out for the entirety of the the beginning of the season, or do you rely on Yerry Mina and also rely on Everton to play maybe a low block and don't want to leave that pace behind them, or do you want the pace because Man United have got the pace? It's an interesting conundrum, but I'm going to go for Mason Holgate. I just think that he's been missed massively, and I just think his pace at the back is needed. I think his ability on the ball, reading of the game, coming out of the back four as well into the midfield, I think all those things are really important. I think Yerry Mina is a very good, solid defender, but I think just in general play, I think his lack of pace, and the lack of pace on Michael Keane as well, shows. So there has to be someone in there. And I just think if Mason Holgate's ready to go in, then he's ready to go in. The levels of fitness that we see now on training pitches is massive. Players don't normally need to play in under 23 games or anything like that. We've seen Cenk Tosun come in last week, and he looked rusty, but he'd been out much longer, and he didn't require any kind of special treatment to go back. So I'm going to go for Mason Holgate in the centre of defence. Centre midfield, Allen sitting in front of the back four, with the core in there as well. And again, this is the other position I would say is a difficult one. Who takes that other midfield spot? Because no one's really grabbed it in the last few weeks. So I'm thinking lesser of evils. Who can play in there? Who can make a change? Who can make it difficult? And you know what? I'm going to go for Alex Iwobi. I think that's his true position. I think that number 8 becoming that number 10 is his true position. I really do. And I think everyone else has had a chance in there. Gylfi Sigurdsson, Andre Gomez, Fabian Delph being in midfield, Tom Davis. I don't think Alex Iwobi's a wide forward or a wide midfielder. I think he's a number 10 kind of player who needs a little bit of room and space. Now, listen, it might be a risk, but is it any more of a risk than Gylfi Sigurdsson? Is it any more of a risk than Andre Gomez? I don't think it is. So I think I'm going to give it. For me, I think I'd give him a go because everyone else has had one in there. On the right hand side, James Rodriguez is back. He's fit. He's available. It's great news. He can play, and hopefully, with him on one side and with Luca Dean on the other side, bombing forward, we'll have attacks on both sides, and Seamus Coleman going around the outside of him as well. I think he's our most creative player, he's our most important player, and he's got to be fit, and hopefully he is fully fit and ready to go. So that's a huge bonus for us. On the other side, again, thinking about who we could put in there, I'm going to go for Anthony Gordon. A lot's been said about Anthony Gordon in the last couple of weeks, about not playing and stuff, but I think with Luca Dean being back in the side, and I think with James Rodriguez on the other side and Seamus Coleman, you get more of a balance to the team, and I think that would be easier for Anthony Gordon to come in and do a job. I think he is the most direct replacement for Richarlison, who's obviously serving his last game of his 3-match suspension. So I'd give it to him and see what he's got. It's a home, and hopefully if he does play, he can go out there and do a job. So that's why I'm starting on the left. And up front, of course, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, just been called up to play for England again. Scored last week. He's only failed to score in one Premier League game so far. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin obviously up front. So that's my team. That's my starting 11. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who would you have in? Who wouldn't you have in? Let me know. There you go. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want more great videos, daily live videos, exclusive videos before they go on YouTube, join us on Patreon. The link will be it'll be around here somewhere. There you go. See you later.